what's up? It's Stacey Storino. Welcome back to my channel, the #1 place for entrepreneur moms with a digital presence in 2020. In today's video, I'm going to cover goal setting in a way where it's less like airy-fairy goals and more like plans. If you want a fresh new start for your business, this video that's part of my 31-day 2020 Entrepreneur Mom Reboot series is just for you. So make sure you hit that like button if you're excited and subscribe to get real-world help that entrepreneur moms like you need to succeed with your business's presence online today. 2020 Entrepreneur Mom, let's learn how to set goals. But setting goals in a vacuum isn't enough. It has to translate out into plans, or all you've got is 2019 feel-good fluff. If you want to get serious in 2020 and work your business like a business, because then it's more likely to pay you like a business, then you want to watch all of this series. Otherwise, if you treat your business like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby, if it even pays you or is profitable at all. So January is a great time to set goals and transform them into plans. So you're in the right place. Over the course of this 31-day series, really throughout January 2020, I'll show you how to do everything from psych out self-sabotage to dealing with and transcending even scary things like hardcore rejection. I'll teach you how to get out of your comfort zone, and you'll also learn how to select a network, even from scratch, that won't just benefit you professionally, but personally too. If you missed the last video, you should watch it, because there I teach you the 2 most important questions for you to answer going into 2020, both personally and professionally. It covers the most foundational of issues, because if you're pumping out product that you love, that fits with your why in a vacuum, without seriously getting down to the brass tacks of your niche's why, their wants and needs, then you may be making stuff that won't sell at all or well, because it's not gonna speak to your niche enough to command their attention and or their commitment to buy. So be sure to check it out. Knowing both your why and your niche's why and balancing out the two serves as the compass to help you navigate the journey of having a successful business and life in 2020 as an entrepreneur mom. But you need the proper tools to survive that trip, right? So these are your goals. I know. January is a time where goal setting is done to death. I hear you, but here, this isn't just busy work, it's worthwhile work. Hang out till the end of this video and you'll see why, I promise. First, keep things in mind that you have to start somewhere in terms of when you're putting together the blueprint of building a successful business as an entrepreneur mom. So goals are where you start. And you may have heard this before, but stick with me. You want to have a SMAART start. Actually, the acronym I'd use here, especially from a business mindset, is that of SMAART. S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, the first A stands for achievable, the second A stands for aggressive, R stands for relevant, and T stands for timely. When you put through every professional and even personal goal that you set for 2020 through the SMAART goal filtering system, you'll have a specific roadmap that can guide the next phase of your business building, which is setting down plans to carry out to achieve those goals. A specific goal is optimized through the use of the 5 W's and the H method. You don't have a goal that can be transformed into a concrete plan for your business if you can't drill down to the specifics of who, what, when, where, why, and how. If you can't clear this hurdle, don't move forward with your goal setting or plan making until you can. Next, you want a measurable goal as a professional. So that's one that allows you to calculate your progress towards the attainment of it, keeping you on track. So that could involve, for example, mastering and utilizing Google Analytics on the regular so that you can track what blog posts are gaining the most traction on your business website, so that you can tweak those posts as necessary in order to increase not only their reach, but also your conversion rates for, let's just say, sales that you can track and trace to said blog posts. An attainable goal is one that will keep you fueled to keep going when the going gets tough, because it will throughout 2020, of course. You know that going in. You're an entrepreneur mom, balancing all of the needs of work and home and kids and probably way more. So here I want you to focus on setting goals that are attainable, in that they aren't so fanciful and complicated that your subconscious mind and or your conscious mind doesn't get freaked out. Because here comes self-sabotage knocking at your door if you do. Don't worry. As you achieve your goals with successful plans, you can always set new ones to reach the next level, which leads us to defining what a realistic goal is. It's one where they are very realistic for where you are right now. Depending upon where you are right now, that might mean fracturing a bigger goal into a lot of smaller, more believable and achievable goals that are realistic for now. You can set high goals to stretch and grow. Think of those as being at the top of a ladder. But the realistic goals are the ones that represent rungs on the ladder. And I don't know about you, but the rungs on a ladder are typically pretty closely and evenly spaced apart. So that kind of concrete and realistic thinking has to drive the number of goals that you have and the number of steps that you have to take for each goal, representing each rung on the ladder. You're always climbing to the top, and if you reach the top, cool, time to find another ladder and start again, right? An aggressive goal is one that turbocharges your efforts beyond way too basic believability. So yes, be realistic, but don't be too easy on yourself. You want to place an accent mark on boldness and energy that you can realistically call up now for where you are, but aggressively push yourself to, or you might not have the gumption to go from rung to rung on the ladder of goals you're setting for your business. Now, I know I did 2 letters of the acronym out of order, but I want everything to make sense, okay? Finally, we're left with a timely goal. A goal without a deadline is a wish. A timely goal, especially in business, has to involve deadlines and or timetables to keep you persistently and consistently pursuing that goal. And since we always have to concern ourselves when it comes to being an entrepreneur mom who is a 2020 businesswoman with both our why goals and driven needs and the why goals driven needs of our niche whom we serve with our goods and or services. You need to set your goals with your niche in mind. Every single level of goal setting has to be done so that the wants and needs of your niche is factored in directly or even indirectly. So going back to the example I discussed earlier, where to make your goal more measurable, you're using Google Analytics to track what blog posts are gaining the most traction on your business website. If Google Analytics reveals that you're not getting any traction or very little traction, perhaps that's because the blog posts you write and or the product descriptions that you draft up aren't dovetailing well with the needs and or wants of your niche. You're not using keywords that they're searching for. You're not writing perhaps content that really speaks to them in terms of proving that your products or services are the solution that they're looking for. That sort of thing. That means that you need to, in this case, do a ton of research to really figure out the keywords, the terms, the language, the jargon, the slang, the everything that your niche uses when searching for the solutions that you'd like to sell to them. So both your why and your niche's why should be factored into every goal that you set. At the very least, your niche's why should influence what sorts of goals you set and how you set them. Once you've got SMAART goals set up, specifically and thoroughly, you should find it easier to start setting up concrete plans to achieve each of those goals. Make sure you can write this stuff out so that coming up with things such as specific steps, milestones, and benchmarks is something that you can specifically do. And as we move through this 31-day series in January 2020, you're going to have all sorts of information and inspiration to do just that. Perfect is the enemy of done. So at base, it comes down to this. Take all of the information and data you currently have at hand and take a risk, but at least then it's a calculated risk and not just a crazy old risk. Plus, you're out of goal setting mode at that point and into action taking mode. What I want you to come away with from this video is knowing that you have to set goals for your business with such specificity that they transform into actual concrete plans as you complete the goals. And just know you've got to be ready to take action and actually do it. Now make sure you hit that notification bell because in the next video of this series, we'll cover how to not just set goals and make plans that are very believable and achievable. If you want to run your business successfully in 2020, there's things you've got to get in place in real life that will stay in place. And I've got some really helpful game plans for you to do just that. So if you're interested in learning about all of that, make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can follow along with that video and the entire series. In the meantime, make sure you check out these two awesome videos as well. I talk a lot about social media, content marketing, entrepreneurship for moms who have to juggle home and business, online marketing, so many different topics. So make sure you're also checking out these two videos as well. And also, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel a lot when you do this. So I'd highly appreciate it. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.